What's going on, guys? My name is James Collects, and if you are finding me for the first time, I am a small-time nerd and a part-time eBay reseller. The idea is that I basically go to car boots and charity shops. I pick up some things to sell and some things that I keep. As you can tell behind me, I keep more than I should. So today's car boot was a Sunday car boot. It was just the one. I had things already planned for the whole of the morning. So I could only get to one in the afternoon, but the weather was quite bad. The guys were saying that the normal Sunday car boot that we go to, there was only 2 rows, and then even in the afternoon there was only 4, which is really bad for that car boot. There's normally at least 10 rows, but it was quite overcast. It was sort of 50-50. Was it going to rain? Was it not going to rain? It was... I can understand why it wasn't that busy, but I struggled. I struggled a lot. There was someone selling PS1 games. He had 8 and he wanted £15 for them. They were all beaten up. They weren't the best of titles. They were really quite rubbishy sports titles, like your Active Soccer 2, that sort of stuff. So that was a bit of a pain. There was someone selling a Dead Man's Chest stereo CD player sort of thing. That was actually quite nice. I would have, if it didn't look so plasticky, I probably would have bought that to keep, but that was a tenner. There was, do you want to see what I bought? I'll give you a clue. This is a hint. I'll give you another clue. There's supposed to be 2 of these. Basically, I might just tilt the camera actually, it's probably going to be easier. So you're going to just have to see part of my pile of shame, I'm afraid. But I basically bought that vivarium just there. It's the idea was that I was going to move the frogs that I've got into that, but what I was going to do was basically set it up, and then over time I could basically plant it, get the plant growth going, maybe have some shrimp, maybe some very, very small fish in the bottom, have it all filtered, and it would be really nice. I like the height on it, to be honest. It's got to be, what, 50 centimeters, maybe 60 centimeters tall. It's a custom build. It's quite nice. Don't like the colour of the top. Top's white, as you guys can see. That's the only bit I don't like. The bulb needs replacing, and if I plug it in, watch this magic. Bulb has seen better days, as you can see, but I quite like it, and you guys can't quite tell, but just in the bottom of it, just there, some broken glass. Some idiot being me, I walked it across halfway the field, right, got to the gate, and one of the doors fell through and obviously broke. I only paid £12 for it, so it's not the end of the world. I haven't even told my missus that I bought it yet. I've sort of like took it straight into the office while she was out of the house and like hidden it away in here. So that's annoying. I should be able to replace the glass. It should be quite easy. Thankfully, I've got this one. So all I need to do is go to a local glass company and just ask for another one of those, which I think it's probably going to be £5–6. They normally do an off-cut, and then I would have thought I think they charge per cut. So it should hopefully only be 4 cuts, and then an off-cut to go as a handle. But that'll look quite nice once it's all done. And the fact that I bought it means I had money going spare. That's how bad the car boot was. Let's just bring you guys over to there. This is actually quite an easy way of doing it. If I've not got anything too big, this is actually quite nice. But this is how much I struggled. I bought a Dreamcast Dream Key for £1. GTA Vice City on the PS2. I've only got 40 of these. That was £1. And then the pickup of the day, if you can call it that on a day like today, is I've got some little trolls. We've got a caveman one, just got to try and figure out how to get this nose on them. But basically, these are only 50p each. They're quite cute, oddly dressed, very oddly dressed. So I have to do some research into these to see exactly what I can get for them. But these are funny little things. I mean, yes, that is one in some very sexy underwear. I think she's been dating the army man, and I think he's just a bit on the side that no one really knows about. So yeah, that's how much. That's it. I didn't buy anything else. That was it. It was barely worth the £2 going in. It was diabolical. I should have stayed at home. I would say I had to lie in, but I ended up waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, lying there for 2 hours, then move in case I wake the other half up. So yeah, that is it. That's all I bought. Nothing else. Literally nothing else. A vivarium that I broke, 3 dolls, and a PS2 game, and a Dreamcast Dream Key. That's how much I struggled. There was literally nothing else. I was a few seconds late to a sealed Monopoly, which I don't have, which my ones are up there. So there, yeah, you can actually see them all. That's all my Monopolies. So missed out on, yeah, a sealed Monopoly, which I don't have. I can't remember which one it was, but I don't think you paid too much for it. It's a couple of quid. And missed out on some Pokemon cards. It was a newer lot. I think it was Evolutions. There was a couple of kids that bought it, and they bought some old wrestling figures. So they did all right. I mean, they're more than happy. They got a load of old Pokemon cards and wrestling figures that are probably, the wrestling figures will be older than the kids themselves. So yeah, today was bad, really bad. But it is what it is. You take the rough with the smooth. Potentially the Saturday Carboot next week is going to be really good. I need to raise as much money as possible, and I've got 30 quid left on my payment for a Pikachu N64 boxed. So if I can't find any more bits that I can trade in to the Carbooter, then I'll have to get them the cash. But that is it from me. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you lovely lot in the next video. Good gaming and happy collecting. Adios.